Lester Munson is a senior fellow, National Security Institute. He also serves as co-head of the international practice at BGR Group. He's now joining us live from Washington, D.C. Mr. Munson, welcome to the show. Why is the West changing the long-held policy of not allowing Ukraine to use its weapons to attack Russia?
It's a very good question. I think a big driving factor here is that the conflict has become a bit frozen and Ukraine has not been able to make great headway against Russian lines. Of course, there was a relative dearth of supplies coming into Ukraine for the past few months. That has now changed. The question is, how will Ukraine use what the West is providing in a way to prevail over Russia on the battlefield? I think we're not looking at a huge change from the West. There have been occasions where Ukraine has struck inside Russia in the past. Russia has adjusted accordingly, of course, and if its troops are and assets are more protected inside Russia, then it is going to try and strike from farther and farther away. So perhaps a little change here in allowing Ukraine to hit Russian assets inside Russia can help make a difference on the battlefield. That's the real driver.
Mr. Munson, very many people are waiting for the America's, response to this. Do you think that President Biden will give the go-ahead to Kyiv?
I think there will be a go-ahead given to Kyiv by the Biden administration. I don't know how big that go-ahead will be. It may be very limited in what the U.S. will be okay with Ukraine doing, but I think we're going to see something. The Biden administration doesn't like to be provocative. The fact that the Europeans are out here first saying that this should happen gives the Biden administration a little bit of cover to not look like the provocateur. They are concerned, I would say a little too much. They are concerned with what Putin's reaction will be. And so this may give them the cover to be a little more lenient with the Ukrainians about what they do with American weapons.
Mr. Munson, President Vladimir Putin has warned the West of serious consequences if at all Ukraine goes ahead and uses Western-supplied weapons against Russia. How could Russia respond if this happens?
Well, Russia has already done many things. It has launched cyber attacks against the United States and other NATO countries. It has been very provocative along certain NATO borders, including with the Baltic states. It has made any number of threats. At the end of the day, the only thing Russia and Putin really understand is the use of force. They are a bully. Sometimes you need to punch the bully in the nose. That is what Ukraine needs to do, and the West should be supporting that. I think a lot of this is bluster at the end of the day, and if the West responds forcefully to this war that was started by Russia, I think that'll have a salutary impact.
All right, I've been talking to a senior fellow at the National Security Institute and also the co-head of the international practice at BGR Group, Mr. Lester Munson. Thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you very much.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.